Hello, this is Nuvi Mehta, concert commentator for the San Diego Symphony. Born in 1913 into an influential, wealthy family, Polish composer Witold Lutosławski would survive war and political repression to emerge one of the great composers of the 20th century. With Prussian forces bearing down on Warsaw in 1915, the Lutosławskis fled to Moscow. But the Bolshevik Revolution there made Polish nationalists potential enemies. Witold's father and his uncle were arrested and eventually executed. After the war, with their estates decimated, Witold's mother worked as a doctor while he continued his music studies, graduating from the Warsaw Conservatory in 1937. Hopes for continued studies were dashed when the Germans and the Russians invaded again in 1939. Witold was captured by the Germans, but during the march to a concentration camp escaped, walking 250 miles back to Warsaw. There he would earn a clandestine living playing piano in cafes. The new Soviet-backed regime in 1947 banned his first symphony as too avant-garde. But Lutosławski was able to make a living writing what he called functional music, pieces for children and for the movies based on folk songs, the only kind of music generally allowed by the government. So when he was asked to write a piece for the new Warsaw Philharmonic, he extended the technique. The title is a clear reference to Bartók's famous work of the same name. Lutosławski was still working on the piece in 1953 when Stalin died, and Dmitri Shostakovich, always under pressure from the regime, released his 10th Symphony, in which he hammered out his own initials, DSCH, as if to say, "I'm still standing." Lutosławski would pay homage to those notes as well. This finale is the climax, in which he blends multiple earlier forms of music into a thundering conclusion. Also on the program, Rachmaninoff's towering Third Piano Concerto, written for a U.S. tour in 1909. His second piano concerto had been famous for a decade, and he aimed to follow that model, writing even more passages for the piano and even more towering melodies for the orchestra. And a new work from 2019 by Brian Raphael Neighbors entitled Onward, a vast soundscape for orchestra with an incessant rhythm that never lets us go and expands as we listen to the piece, as, in Neighbors' words, we do as we journey onward through life.